Good morning and welcome to St. Andrew's Church as we gather for our Sunday liturgy on the 24th Sunday of Ordinary Time. But today, in a special way, we commemorate 5 local men who were killed during the War of Independence between 1919 and 1921.
At Ballinvreena Hall in South East County Limerick, on the 12th of September 2021, a plaque was unveiled to the memory of 4 local men: Patrick Clancy, Edmund Crawford, Patrick Maher and William Slattery, who died during the War of Independence. The day began with a commemorative Mass in St. Andrew's Church, Kilfinnan, where a 5th man, Sean Reardon, was also remembered. There was a large attendance at both events, illustrating the sense of pride which still pervades the local community when reflecting on the sacrifices these men made 100 years ago, and taking a broader view, reflective of a recognition among the public of South East Limerick's valuable role during the Independence War. Dark and uncertain days when the ultimate outcome of the conflict hung precariously in the balance. Successive events causing the mood of the people to swing wildly between hope and despair. Patrick Clancy was a native of Cush, Kilfinnan. The entire Clancy family was steeped in nationalist tradition, being one of the most active of this or any other region during the entire era. Patrick's job as a creamery manager took him to Allensbridge, County Cork, where he invested much time and energy in organising the volunteers, under his commanding officer, Liam Lynch. By August 1920, he had risen to Deputy Vice Commandant, Cork 2nd Brigade, and it was on the 16th of that month that British forces surrounded the O'Connell homestead in Derrygallen, and Patrick Clancy and his colleague Jack O'Connell were killed while attempting to escape, the death certificate stating that bayonets had been used. A huge funeral proceeded through Kanturk, Charleville and Kilfinnan before Patrick Clancy was interred at Emily Grennan Graveyard. He was 28 years old. Edmund Crawford was a native of Glenlara, Garrisbillan. On the 23rd of March 1921, he was among a party of volunteers who were transporting a prisoner named O'Gorman, accused of being a spy. They were surprised by a British military unit which opened fire. Ned Crawford was injured and died 2 days later, aged 25, in Kilmallock Union Hospital. He was buried at Knocklong Old Cemetery. Patrick Maher, also a native of Glenlara, Garrisbillan, was hanged in Mountjoy on the 7th of June 1921, having been found guilty of the murder of 2 policemen during the rescue of Sean Hogan at Knocklong Station in May 1919. Maher protested his innocence to the end, and it was widely believed that he was not present at the rescue in Knocklong. Along with the rest of the forgotten 10, all prisoners who were executed in Mountjoy, Patrick Maher was given a state funeral in October 2001. Huge crowds witnessed his reburial in Ballylander Cemetery. He was 34 years old.
And the glorious nation, your name and your fame was known.
William Slattery, a native of Ballinvreena, was arrested in December 1920 by British forces who believed he had taken part in a previous ambush on the military. He was shot and wounded as he tried to escape and died later in hospital at the age of 26. He is buried in Emly. It is thought the events leading to his death triggered an investigation by the IRA, which culminated in the arrest of an alleged spy. This was the man whose detention brought about the incident which caused the death of Ned Crawford, referred to earlier, in March 1921. Sean Reardon, a native of Thomastown, Kilfinnan, was shot by British forces as members of the East Limerick Flying Column were retreating following an ambush on a British convoy of soldiers at the Cross of the Tree, Garrisballan. This action took place on the 10th of December 1920, and he died 4 days later in hospital, aged 28 years. During World War I, Sean O'Riordan had joined the Munster Fusiliers and served in both France and Flanders. He is buried in Dara Graveyard.
On behalf of Kilfinnan Cushley Historical Society, I would like to welcome you all here this evening to commemorate the men from this locality who took part in the War of Independence. Now, we had a lovely ceremony this morning to start our day, and I would like to thank Father O'Shea for celebrating Mass for us. I will call on Tom Toomey to unveil the plaque.
Kilfinnan Cushley Historical Society is honoured to be associated with the remembrance of these men who made the ultimate sacrifice. Their memory will linger among the green and pleasant vales of South East Limerick for as long as the values of courage, faithfulness and brotherhood are treasured, and that will be forever.